This is the quickest freestyle tutorial on YouTube. Step number 1 is body position. Before doing any kicking, arms or drills, you have to make sure you have mastered your body positioning in the water. This means from your fingertips all the way down to your toes, your body has to be completely flat on a water surface. This will allow you to avoid any unnecessary drag or water resistance. You can practice your body positioning by doing things such as floating, bodyline kicking in positions such as number 11, Superman or soldier position. Regardless if you're a competitive swimmer or a beginner, you have to make sure you are always focusing on your body positioning in the water. Step number 2 is kicking. Kicking is one of the most important factors which will allow you to maintain a flat body position and find balance in the water. Once you have mastered your body position, you can now start to introduce kicking into your stroke. You can do this by simply using a float, wall, or kick in a free bodyline positions I mentioned earlier on in the video. As mentioned, always make sure your body is nice and flat on the surface whilst you're doing any type of kick. Equipment such as fins and snorkels can be a great help. Always remember, your kick comes from your hips and not your knees. You want to keep your legs long and relaxed and focus on frequency rather than how hard you are actually kicking. Also, don't forget about your ankles. You want your ankles to be as relaxed as possible and find the balance between not kicking too big and not kicking too small. So the 4 things you should always think about when kicking is straight legs, pointed toes, relaxed ankles, and nice, small, fast kicks. A slight bend in the knee is fine as long as you are not kicking from your knees. Step number 3 is your pull. The 2 most important positions for your pull are number 11 and Superman positions. Make sure you are including kicking in these 2 positions in your training programs as regularly as you can. This will help you get into the good habit of entering the water in the correct position and exiting the water in the correct position. Meaning every time you start your pull, you should be in your number 11 position, and every time you finish your pull, you should be in your Superman position. Make sure to avoid pulling the water with a straight arm or initiating your pull with your wrist. Always focus on having a nice high elbow catch, also known as early vertical forearm. The best way to think about this is almost like you are wrapping your hand around the barrel as you are starting your pull. Keep your elbow high throughout the pull and make sure you are letting your palm come out of the water before going into your recovery phase. Once you have finished your pull and your palm has come out of the water, focus on having a high elbow recovery, meaning your elbow has to be the highest part of your stroke during your recovery phase. As soon as anything goes above your elbow, once your arm has recovered in your high elbow position, make sure you are entering the water with your middle finger first in line with your shoulder back in your number 11 position. Imagine you have 2 parallel lines running either side of your body. You want to use those lines to make sure your hand is traveling down that line during your pull and recovering over that straight line back to your number 11 position to start your next stroke. Step number 4 is your head position and breathing. Your head leads your body, which means whatever your head does, your body will follow. This is the reason why when we swim, we want to keep our head movement to the minimum. Think of it this way, as soon as your head comes up, your hips and your legs will start to sink. And as your head goes down, your legs and your hips will want to come back up. Meaning your head position is the second most important factor to maintaining a flat body position in the water. So when you swim, you have to make sure you are looking directly at the bottom of the pool. Imagine you are standing outside of the pool looking directly in front of you. That is the exact same body position and head position you want to transfer back into the pool. As mentioned already, you want to keep your head movement to the minimum. Hence the reason why you should always breathe to the side when you are swimming freestyle. This will allow for more efficiency, better body position, and it's going to be more comfortable for you when you are breathing. When breathing to the side, make sure your ear stays nice and close to your shoulder and you are not over-rotating. Focus on keeping one goggle in the water and one goggle out as you are taking your breath. In regards to the timing of your breath, you want to make sure you are rotating to the side, ready to take your breath as soon as you start taking your pull. And as your arm recovers over the water, your head should already be going back down, meaning your breath should be nice and quick and should not affect your stroke. Step number 5 is rotation and distance per stroke. When swimming freestyle, rotation is the only thing which will allow you to make your strokes longer and more efficient. This means as you swim, your body should be continuously rolling from side to side, maximizing the distance of each stroke. It is very important to mention that rotation is not just a turn of your shoulders. It is a movement of your whole body, meaning your hips, your feet, and your shoulders should all be rotating in a direction in which you are breathing to. And always remember, you are not moving side to side, you are rotating around your own axis. In order to maximize your distance per stroke and improve your efficiency, you have to make sure you are rotating into every single stroke that you take. Always remember, when swimming, your goal is to try and pull as much water as you can. And now you have a good freestyle.